To this day, there is only one way to fully experience coastal Alaska: by boat. And in 1924, Church set out to experience it all. On his first trip, he rented the only boat available, a cannery tender.
He could see that boat was a very, very seaworthy type of boat. You remember back in those days why the cruisers and yachts of the day that wealthy people had, they were skimpy little, pieces of plywood. And he could see that wasn't going to work up in the Alaskan waters where it can get very, very rough and dangerous. So that's why he said, when he decided he wanted a boat, he said, I want one that is like those cannery tenders. They're built strong and they're built to last.
To create his dream boat, Church applied to a pair of individuals who loom large in Seattle's maritime history: naval architect Ted Geary and shipbuilder John Martinolich. A Croatian immigrant who arrived in North America in 1893, Martinolich came from a long line of shipbuilders who practiced their trade along the Dalmatian coast of the Adriatic Sea. Geary would become the region's most famous naval architect, yacht designer to the Hollywood movie stars.
Geary, to that time, had built some very fine and fast sailing boats, but his bread and butter was workboats for the North Pacific. Cannery tenders, government survey vessels, forestry vessels, tugboats, big husky boats.
At his yard in the tiny community of Docton on tiny Maury Island in central Puget Sound, Martinolich supplied rugged vessels for the timber and fishing industries. One of them, a salmon tender, caught Church's eye. He showed it to Geary.
He told Ted Geary exactly what he wanted: to be seaworthy. He wanted it to be very tough, not built like a yacht, but built like a seaworthy fishing boat or a cannery tender. But he wanted to have the luxuries of a yacht built in. So what Ted Geary did, he built a hull that was absolutely the most durable, strongest hull, reinforced in the bow with iron bark and stuff so they could go through the ice fields.
I don't know if the story is correct, but at first Geary didn't want to do it because he didn't think it was a pretty enough yacht. But he did. So as a result, we have a fantastic seaboat.
The big interest was in that hull to make it seaworthy. But then the yacht part of it was he had nice staterooms built in down below. And so it's what it is. Basically, it's a combination between a yacht and a very seaworthy cannery tender.
The boat handles fantastically well. For a large single screw boat, you can actually turn her on her own length if necessary by backing her down to let the single screw paddle her to port, putting the helm over hard starboard and giving her a squirt ahead. You can actually just turn the boat like so. So for a boat of this sort, she just handles beautifully.